how did you guys continue to start? I'm sure you keep making music, but back in those days when you don't have a label shipping out the product, what do you guys end up doing?
Well, we broke up from 95 to 2000. And when we got back together in 2000, thank God we had a huge market of Asia that was totally digging our sound. So we were able to really be vital and thrive in the Asia market, in particular Japan, where we're doing sold out tours, sold out shows, sold out records, top 10 records, you know, #1 songs, I think #3 on the pop charts, #1 on the hip hop charts there. So we had a resurgence, but in a whole nother culture and country.
Yeah.
And then just recently, like, you know, a couple months back, we released a new album called For the F and Love. And that record right now, this week, is #1 on 2 charts. We got, it's #1 in Canada on CBC, which is basically the BBC of Canada.
Wow.
And it's #1 on Hip Hop Gods Radio, which is a hip hop chart here in the United States. So, you know, it's featuring Big Daddy Kane, Master Ace, Fat Man Scoop, Moni Love, Sugar Hill Gang. I mean, it's packed with great hip hop. So I definitely want all of your viewers and listeners to peep out For the F and Love. It's brand new. It's fire. And so we're bringing the heat, you know.
Are you guys going on tour at all to support the album?
Definitely. In fact, we're going to the UK heavy, real heavy, starting in April. So people could go to our website, arresteddevelopmentmusic.com. Say it again, arresteddevelopmentmusic.com. And we got tons of dates throughout the UK, like tons. Probably about 20 to 30 dates in the UK alone.
Wow.
So it's going to be crazy. Yeah.
What about in North America? Because the US, because there's still a big following there. Are you going to be?
Yeah. We got dates lined up for the US as well, which is fantastic. More in the UK.
Okay.
But yeah, can you open this door, Queen? I'm sorry. So that's like it's fire. I'm really fired up about coming there too.
Okay. No, I mean we'll definitely make sure we get people to the website so they can see. The one question a lot of people have asked is, there was a TV show in America called Arrested Development. How did you guys handle the fact that they made a big show using a name that you guys had pretty much made famous?
You know, that was a boss move that they made on that, because we had trademarked the name Arrested Development back in the 90s. So 93, we trademarked it, which means no other company could use it for the similar purposes that we were using it for. So they ignored that trademark, thinking that we weren't going to come after them. And they were wrong. We came after them. We started, getting our lawyers together and sort of strapping up to get them to stop using the name. We ended up settling out of court.
Okay.
And that's how they were able to use the name. Yeah, they tried to do a bum rush on us.
But you think this was a way of silencing the group, or is this that they just came up with a name and didn't even think about it? Or
I think it's probably the latter. I don't think that they were trying to silence us with that particular move. I think it was more of them just, for whatever reason, liking the name. Now, it's funny because the first episode mentions us, or at least it alludes to us. So, they knew who we were. They were very aware of the fact that we were out there. So, yeah, it's interesting, how all of that went down.
Well, yeah, I think we recently saw you guys on DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic, and I interviewed DJ Cassidy on Thursday. Yeah, and amazing guy. What was that experience?
Yeah, great dude.
What was that experience like for you guys?
It was great. DJ Cassidy's a good dude, but it's funny, I didn't know him. So, he was trying to get me on the show, but he didn't have my number. And so he was asking various other hip hop stars to reach out to me, and they did. And I was like, I'm good. I'll pass on this joint. I'm good. Oh. And I kept saying, I'll pass. And then one dude finally told me like who all was gonna be on it. He's like, "Yo, LL's on there." You know, EPMD. I forget who all was on the
Run
episode.
DMC, Rakim.
Run DMC, Rakim. So I was like, "Yo, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to do this." So me and Cassidy, we laugh about that now because, of course, we're cool now. But like at the time, I was totally turning him down over and over again.
Yeah.
Like he literally asked me like numerous times. I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Wow. Yeah. You know, and it and the reason why, you know, I brought it up is because one of the things about Volume 2, and I actually did ask Cassie, I said, Cassie, you've done all these episodes. What's your favorite? And he says, Volume 2, the hip hop one, of all the ones he's done. And this is even when he's promoting the reggae one. He says, because that was his first love, hip hop. And to see everyone in there, that was his stuff. And watching it back and see, now the lady, was she from the original group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ishi. Yeah, it was me and Ishi rocking on that. And yeah, she's from the original crew.
Okay. Yeah, we saw that. So I didn't get to ask, why did you need a crew? Why didn't you just go solo? Because you were rapping, you're the producer, writer. Why did you think you needed a collective to be part of this?
Like part of Pass the Mic or just in general?
No, just in general when you started as Arrested Development.
Oh, no, man. I never wanted to do a solo joint. You know, it was always, for me, wanting to do a group. It's just, that was the energy I was on. So even though I happened to produce and I happened to write, I really wanted to present a group, you know, and don't get me wrong, the members did stuff that was important, especially in a live show. But of course, even on record, I mean, you know, I can't even imagine the people every day without Tariq echoing my words, you know, I'm resting at the part, mine and my own, you know, and Ishi doing her parts, you know, hit it. I mean, like all of it's relative and all of it's relevant, you know, and it's cool. I definitely wanted a group, put it that way.
Okay. I think finally, what is your thoughts about, you know, we talked about the 90s and stuff, but the way music is now, when you look at music, both hip hop and even R&B, what are your thoughts about how things are?
You know, so much has changed in the music industry. In general, I feel like the youth are still doing some incredible stuff. I think that the stuff that's being promoted the most happens to be the most ignorant. Now, I did a whole documentary called The Nigga Factory. It's on YouTube. It's a mini documentary. It's 2 parts right now. I'm planning to do 3. And I would encourage everybody that is peeping your show to go to YouTube, type in Nigga Factory by Speech. And I go deep into this subject matter, which is, you know, how they use our music, which is very important to us as a people. You know, for Black people, music is more than entertainment. It's communication.
Yeah.
It's scripture. It's therapy. It's all types of things. So, you know, the Nigga Factory addresses how we're being played a lot of times by the music industry, and it demeans us. It demeans us across the planet. It demeans us in our own community to each other. You know?
Yeah. You know, as I mentioned, I keep saying I'm Nigerian, and the Yoruba tribes used to use the drums to communicate. You know, the talking drums would signal what's happening there or sounds of war.
Exactly.
We use the proverbs to remember stories and to educate.
Yep.
And yeah, and so the you know, even the Afrobeats has a very different vibe than when Fela came up with it, because he used it
no doubt, yeah,
as
totally
a message
to
tell people. But now we call it Afrobeats. You know, it's pretty much taking on dancehall and hip hop in a way.
Exactly.
And forgetting what it was meant for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.
I